Every year, the United Nations welcomes youth delegates to the General Assembly. This year, there are close to 30 delegates at the UN representing countries from across the globe. They are here as part of their countries' delegations, conveying the voices of young people to the UN General Assembly's Third Committee, which opened its session on October 8.
Well, I think it's definitely been an honor to be able to represent young people at the UN, especially that the UN is, I think, the highest in the decision-making process levels that we have in the world. So it's a very daunting and overwhelming task at representing young people, because obviously one of the things that we try to do as youth delegates is to be able to actually represent young people and make sure that the youth delegation programs at the UN is not only a tokenistic program, but also has actual results and have actual representation.
It was such an honor to have been seated down with other youth delegates from different countries, having our needs being heard. It's not hard, it's never been done before, having youth speak in front of so many countries and people actually listening and policies are actually being written and we are actually influencing those policies. So this is a very major breakthrough for us as a country and as a nation. And as a young woman, I could air out all these grievances and they'll be heard. So it's an honor and I'm very grateful to my government.
This is one of the best moments in my life because I'm representing the youth in a very crucial time nowadays. So to be part of the United Nations as a youth, I have a big responsibility, not only with my country, but with the entire world.
It was a great opportunity to speak to the third committee today. I spoke on youth and employment. As we know that the youth are highly unemployed all over the world, and so Kenya is not something that is different, it's still the same. So I spoke about how the governments can get involved and take up policies to improve unemployment in Kenya. I also spoke about HIV/AIDS, that governments should come and indulge in the HIV status of young people, and they should speak more about sex so that young people can also know what is right and what is wrong when it comes to HIV/AIDS.
What I told them in particular was the Thai experience in terms of youth unemployment and how young people are actively engaged in being able to make sure that youth unemployment is less of a problem in Thailand. I've personally been actively involved in national debating competitions in Thailand, so I've seen how young people were able to organize these initiatives to be able to build capacities for young people.
For me, it was important to say something that I really believed in, and therefore I chose to speak about anti-racism and migration and basically the situation for people that's had to leave their countries and the fact that they're very much exploited and that they refuse their human rights in many countries.
I speak a little bit about unemployment, that it's something that is really hitting all the countries and youth. We talk about the big challenges we have ahead, how important it is that young people is actually participating.
The youth has to participate, but we already are willing to participate, so we need like the institutions or the mechanism to really concrete this participation. So I ask and even demand to the authorities to look to the youth and let us participate in a very responsible and in a democratic way.